says 29.
The Guru is live.
Good morning. We're talking about home prices and the economy. You know, it's all about the economy. It always is in our career. It's always about the economy because we are in real estate, and real estate is about a quarter of the macro economy in the United States and probably in the world. It might even be bigger. Welcome to Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and join us on social media. Hit the like button, make a comment, and hit the subscribe button to become a Guru members only. Open up those events to you. And today, of course, we're talking, as I said, about prices, where everybody's asking. I mean, this is the common conversation in real estate today, is what's happening with prices. Can I sell my home? Can I buy a house? Will it still be affordable? Will my kids be able to buy a house this year? They finally have a career going. They're out of college. Can they actually afford a house? Where are prices going? What's happening? And then the sellers are all saying, the market's going to stay good, isn't it? Or is the market going to stay good? Are we actually going to be able to get the price we want? We didn't sell it last year because we thought we'd wait one more year. Well, guess what? You're in luck if you're a seller. The market is phenomenal. But let's take it apart a little bit and find out, where is the market going? What's happening with this market? Are we trending somewhere else? Is something else happening in the market? What kind of advice do we need to be giving to our sellers and our buyers? Because I'll tell you, both need the advice. You can't just escape out and say, oh, well, it's only the sellers that need the advice. No, that's an outrage. The buyers need the advice equally that the sellers, and equally that the investors need the advice. But you're the professional. You have to know how to bring the skills and knowledge to your client. All right, let's dig in. What happened in 2008? You know, that's 2007, 2008 time that none of us like to think about. We don't even like, you know, we kind of like to pretend like as if it didn't really happen. Oh, could it ever happen again? You know what? It likely will happen again. Because every 10, 15 years or so, there is a market reset. What that market reset looks like is always questionable. It's different. It doesn't mean the market's going to completely tank. It doesn't mean anything like that. But what happened back in 2000? Let me get a sip of a cup of coffee this morning. I hope you're joining a cup with me this morning as we dig into what happened in 2008. Okay, enjoying my coffee this morning. All right, so what happened back in 2008 economically? You know, the market in 4, 5, 6, 7, early 7 was booming. It was going crazy, kind of like the market we're in now. But let me tell you, there are some significant differences as to what happened and what the differences are now, and why we're not going to see a big hit in our market like we did back in 08. So in late 07, 08, the market got caught with the banks got caught with their pants down a little. They were showing too much. They were allowing people to come into the market and buy homes with poor credit scores. They had overreached. The banks were all about, oh, sell, sell, sell. Anybody can qualify. Everybody needs housing. And while everybody does need housing, I understand that. But not everybody can afford a home, unfortunately. Not everybody is a good risk. And banks and lenders were busy selling to people that had credit scores in the high 500s, low 600s. And they had bundled a bunch of them back then in low credit scores. They had bundled a bunch of them back then that they didn't have jobs that were really secure jobs. They weren't paying close attention to appraisals and locking that in and qualifying the buying process. The sellers were doing okay. Of course, they were selling. However, when it all tanked, wow, was there a change and a reset to the market. You know, even the reset to the market back then didn't make everybody lose. If you're in the industry like I am, and you are building your business, and your big fear is when is the market going to take and my career going to be over? This is a side note. The career isn't over. It's a change of career. Not out of the career. It's how we do business. We simply move our skills forward. Sometimes we're doing foreclosures. Sometimes we're doing standard sales, standard buying. Sometimes we're doing investors. We simply roll with the career. That's why sharpening your skill sets as we go along is incredibly important to keeping up with your career and being able to advise your clients accurately. This is where we're at. So the market had some problems back in 08. Are we going to have those kind of problems today? Well, where are we at today comparison-wise? The lenders and banks are busy lending to people with higher credit. There's more money in the market. People have better security of their jobs. The average lending is in the upper 700s right now, where it's very high. It's a completely different scenario. We are not sitting on the bubble that everybody's seen it coming, by the way. Back in 05, 06, we could see it coming out in the front yard, that it's coming to us. It was simply sitting out there. We kept saying, how can they be lending to these people that really can't afford? We're not in that land now. So if you're waiting for the market to bust and you are a buyer, I got news for you. The market isn't busting anytime soon. Now, will there be a reset to the market at some point again? Of course. Of course, we're hoping for minor reset. A lot of times, the market resets itself in a minor reset, not a major reset like happened in 08. It hits a minor reset and simply flattens a little and moves on. So, are we looking for a flattened market or an increasing market? This is where you really get to showcase your knowledge of the market to your client. Showcasing this kind of knowledge can make you shine, can make you look so good, because you are going to be able to bring the market research to your client. Now, so let's get into it. What do you never want to do? You never want to bring global aspects, United States wide, and say this is what's going to happen to your house. That is a mistake. That is an amateur mistake that you won't be making, because you're part of the show. You're here and we're talking about it. You won't make that kind of mistake saying that the average of the United States is what will happen on your street. If it does, okay, but unlikely. That's how averages work. You combine everything together, but that's not necessarily what's happening in the neighborhood and on the street that you're working on as a professional realtor. The area you're working on may not be flat at all, while another area of town, another neighborhood might be suffering flat. Your neighborhood might be going up extreme. You have to know the market of your locality that you are serious about. And how you gain clients is advising the neighborhood where you're at with handouts, walk the neighborhood, get to know the neighborhood, get to know the people, show them the value of their home in the market today. Show them the increase they had over the last year. Show them the trends of where it's going, and that will make you loved by that neighborhood. Let me get another sip of coffee this morning. I love the topic of economics. I will tell you, it stresses a lot of people. Economics stresses a lot of it. It used to stress my mom and dad, and they had some properties, and it stresses people a lot to have to worry about the markets. So I hope this morning's not stressing you. We want to break it down that you are the hero. You are the one bringing the knowledge. People are reliant upon you and your knowledge. You have studied real estate. You are a professional in real estate. Now you have to deliver that information to your client. But make no mistake, nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. We have no guarantees. Here's what we know. We know today. We absolutely know today. What do we know about tomorrow? We have likelihood. We have great information. We have great intel. We have good probabilities moving forward, but we know today. If you have sellers that are wanting to sell their home, they need to sell it. Quit waiting for another great market. We are in the best market we've ever seen in over 30 years. What are they waiting for? This is an outrage. I have people tell me, well, I'm going to wait for my house to go up even more. It's going to get better. You know, we're in a phenomenal market. That is not the reason you want somebody waiting in the market. The market has went up. It is going up. It's still going up in a lot of pockets. And in 22, we are still seeing an average rise in the market of 6 to 8%. You might be in a pocket that is even better. Let's talk about trendy areas. So trendy areas, you might be working in an area that is just extraordinarily trendy. In Portland, they have, the road called 23rd or Trendy Third. It's a trendy area for people to go to. Well, it is truly. You've heard this before. It's location, location, location. It's all about location. Well, it is about location, but it's different with it when it comes to housing. It's not just location because it's a fun location in housing. There are trendy areas that tend to trend up when others are not trending up as much. This is where you showcase your knowledge of the neighborhood. And you can tell, are they going to get a 12% increase this year? Because the neighborhood is just becoming a trending neighborhood to be in. Versus one that is not so trendy. Maybe it's the neighborhood dynamic is changing. And change is inevitable for all of us. But sometimes change results in a slower growth to that local economy. If it's a slower growth of that local economy, you don't want to be pricing the home at 14% above last year when the increase may be 6%. Because I'll tell you what's bad for everybody. It's bad for your seller. It's bad for you. It's bad for the market. And that is when you way overprice a home and it sits on the market for 160 days and it hasn't sold. It hasn't got the offers that you were ever hoping for. It hasn't got the attention. People didn't come to see it like you wanted them to, and it sits there. And you end up not looking like the professional that you actually are. Maybe you bowed to the pressures of the seller. Or the seller said, well, I want my house to sell for $500,000. When you know actually the home is worth $425,000. If it's worth $425,000, what's going on in the market? Well, either you're wrong or they're wrong, and I believe you're probably right. Don't bow to the pressure that your seller is saying when they are that far over in the market. When they are that high, you've got to be cautious, because if you end up not getting offers, they will blame you for this. You will be the one at blame for this. Hey, take a second real quick and like us on Facebook. I love it when people like us on Facebook and take a minute and make comments. I will get back to everybody's comments, all your questions, and I'll take your comments on future shows. Are wonderful. Thank you for that. You can find us right here at this URL, FB for Facebook, .your-realestateguru.com is where you can find us at on Facebook. Take a moment, follow us on social media where we can help build your business larger than you ever thought it could be. And you can be more knowledgeable going to your client. When you meet with your client, you want to be confident. You want to be beaming with confidence. You don't want to show up with partial confidence. That's no good. You want to be full of confidence. And how do you do that? You fill yourself up with knowledge, which I believe in you and I believe in your ability. It does not take a genius in this business. I would love to say that it does. I would love to say that it takes, only us geniuses can make it in the business. Well, number one, I'm not a genius. I'm making it in the business fine. People tell me, and I just heard it again the other day, well, how do you do the business when you're blind? How is that possible that you do the business at all? And I just laugh and say, well, I'm going to sell your house. I'm not the one buying it. I'm going to market your house, and I don't have to see it to market it. And I can rely on other people that can give me the insights of the vision. If you're a buyer, why am I choosing your house for you? I can help research. Doesn't take eyesight to do that. It's just funny because we all have our Achilles heel. We all have our thing that people will pick out and say, well, why are you the one? And it doesn't have to be, I like to pick up my own thing because it ends up being a little funny. But we all have our thing. And you can overcome that by being engaged in the real estate knowledge and moving yourself up, just like we're doing today, just like we're talking about trends today. We are talking about what is happening in the year 22. What's going to happen this summer? Well, let's talk about spring and summer and the focus of where it needs to be in the market. So economically, they're saying that there's going to be more focus on average homes that are slightly above the average mark. More focus on homes that are slightly above the average. So if your home area that you're in, the average market is 400,000, there's going to be a little more focus on the 400 to 450 range, but not the high-end homes. You know, the people who want the high-end homes, they're always going to be there. They're always going to be there. They have the money for it. They're looking for that. That's terrific. There's always going to be people looking that are bottom feeders, that are looking at the bottom of the market, or fixers or flippers. That's good. But they believe this year there will be more focus on homes that are near the average mark or slightly above the average mark. As people are being a little conservative with their dollars, they're wanting to see growth. They're suspect in the market that they don't want to buy high end and take a tumble in the market. It's a little safer for them to buy near the average mark. And the truth is, they're probably right. They are probably accurate that they're a little safer buying in that area, even though we're not looking anytime soon at a tumble in the market. Even the economists that are negative to the market, even the ones that are negative to the market, are saying 3, 4, 5 years out. The earliest I've heard is 3 years out before they look at a market adjustment that would be of significance. And most are even further out than that, so it becomes skeptical what's going to happen. What we know right now is you have a buyer, and if the buyer is telling you, and we all have the buyers coming to us and saying, well, I'm going to wait for the market to tumble and I'll buy at the low end. Today is when you need to get in the market. Today is when they need to jump into the market and invest and start building the personal wealth for their family. They need to jump in and build that personal wealth for their family, because by the time the market does adjust or tumble again, it's going to be years from now, and they could have capitalized on growth. And that's what you need to show them, is that they can capitalize on growth and make it for their family for wealth. They need to have capital for their family. They need to have wealth for their family. They deserve it, and you deserve it as a business career in real estate. You know this. We simply have to deliver the information over to our clients. This is what's happening in the market. I talked to lots of people that are afraid to deliver this kind of information, because this kind of information can be tough to deliver to our clients. You know, that people say, well, I'm not an economist. Okay, no problem. Why don't you talk about what you've heard from the economy? Talk about what you've heard from economists. Talk about the statistics that you've seen in the market. Attend events like you're doing this morning. Attend events that's talking about the economy, where we have insights as to what's going on. This summer, we're looking at multiple offers in the main population sectors yet again. Outside of that, we're probably not looking as heavy at multiple offers unless you're in a trendy area. Trendy areas will always bring market attention. Trendy areas, let me just guarantee you, will always bring market attention. However, last year we had offers for average homes, 20, 30 offers per home in dense population areas. We're probably not looking at that level again this year. But you can back that off to where you're getting 8 to 12 offers per home. And does it really change a whole lot? No, it still means the economy is on fire. In fact, it is your guru's prediction. So this is my prediction. We still have all those buyers out there, but a lot of them have gotten discouraged because they couldn't get a home in 2021. They couldn't get a home in 2020. And now it's 2022, and they have become discouraged. And we're not getting the 30 offers per home because they become discouraged of not getting a home. It's not that they have disappeared. They are simply waiting, and they are waiting for you to explain how you can position them in the market to get a home. Put on first-time home buyer clinics, do it for free, bring people in, and explain the process of how you can make their offer look better than ever before. And it's not only about the money. Okay, sure, you have to be competitive. Before I get all the comments in saying, what do you mean it's not about the money, Guru? What do you mean about that? Look, you have to be competitive. But you don't necessarily have to be the top offer. You may be able to close earlier. You may want fewer concessions. You may limit your repairs of the home. You may be able to do give backs of time so they don't have to move out so fast. There is a bunch of conditions you can negotiate. You're the professional. You can negotiate these in the contract, put it in the offer, sweeten your offer, and make it look phenomenal in 2022 when the market is still on fire. We are still at a 30-plus year height in the market, and you can sweeten the offer and win the offer without being the highest dollar amount out there. Lots of people are winning offers that are not the highest dollar amount because they're sweetening the offer in a variety of other ways, as I just went through. And I have other trainings on those methods, by the way, in case you're concerned that I went through them too fast. Well, we break it down in other trainings. By the way, take a moment, go down there and click this in YouTube and click the subscribe button. In YouTube, you click the subscribe button. That opens up the Guru members only. That will give you the notices of when we are having member only, subscriber only events to build your career. One of my personal goals is to build your career. I've had a wonderful career in real estate, and my goal is to coach you and build your career bigger than you ever thought it could have been. You don't have to have special insights into this career. You don't have to have special talents. We can coach you for this, and we can make your career bigger than you ever thought it could have been. You will be surprised how large your career can be. We have two ways to do this. So you'll see on a banner down below, there is a URL link that goes to our Kickstarter course. It's right down here in the banner below. The Kickstarter course, it's kickstarter.your-realestateguru.com. That will take you and you can read about our course. We have a guarantee, a money-back guarantee program. Jump in, try the course out. We have a money-back guarantee program. Jump in, start building your business. You have nothing to lose. If you're serious about your career, what I have found is people that are joining us are serious about building their career. Jump over there, read about it. We have a money-back guarantee. Let's build your career. I need you. I personally need you in this business. Of course, if you're in the Portland metro area, Oregon or Washington, I would love to speak to you about joining our dynamic team where we coach our people internally, in-house, and build your business. If you want to be part of a dynamic team, I would love to speak with you about that as well. But no matter who you're with and what company you're with, you can jump through our course and build your business. Get more leads, have sustainable lead sources coming in, persuade them over as clients, and close more deals in 22. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. This is Real Estate Daily, and I am your real estate guru.